It's there! Holy moly, this one's going to go big.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Here is a video just in time for Christmas of 2023. Of course, this intro will only even remotely work if you watch this video in about that time frame, but here we are as I record this. It's Christmas Eve 2023, and I thought I'd just get a little video done before the end of the year. We're going to cover a couple of layouts and look at a bit of historical trivia that recently came up over at Desert Island Fruits. The two layouts we're going to look at here are Jumping Jack Cash and Jumping Jack Flash. So as you can see, we've even got a theme going on. The reason this popped into my head to do was Jumping Jack Flash here has just been released in the last couple of weeks over at Desert Island Fruits, and it is one that I've been aware of over the years. There was a PDX of it many years ago for one of the leaked versions of the emulator, version 9.4, which was back in the bad old days of leaks and fights and all the rest of it. There was a PDX by Vector of that back in 2014, but just earlier this year, some high-res artwork was made available for the first time. Let's have a look. Where are we? Here is the release thread over at Desert Island Fruit. So you can see there, yeah, 2014 Vector did a PDX of this one. And then this year, Steve Dude 2 uploaded a high-res flyer of the machine, which gave Vector something decent to work with. Still had to do some work on the flyer, but that has given us there now, for the first time, we've got like a proper, genuine artwork-based DX for Jumping Jack Flash, one that I do remember playing back in the day. Now, looking at the release thread here, he's got, can you have a look here? There's an £8 version, 10 and 15, and I'm trying to think if it was the 8 or the 10 that I can remember. Looking at the win plan, it does fit in with an £8 jackpot. Maybe it was one of them that they did, knowing that the £10 jackpot was coming, because the £8 jackpot didn't last very long. 15, again, not sure if I remember playing it on 15. The one that I do remember is playing it on 10. That's the layout that I've got running here, and my personal preference would be to play this on a £10 jackpot. It gives you a nice balanced game on a £10 jackpot. The other one that we're going to have a look at, another Vector DX in fact, which is this one here, which is Jumping Jack Cash. And this came out earlier in the year. This was back in September this one came out. And it is a ridiculously playable 2p play, £2.40 jackpot machine from PCP. It's an MPU4 rebuild. Did do a video on the channel about 2p play machines previously, about how inventive they were and about how well they did with it, because they were always rebuilding into sort of older gen technology, designed for these sort of low stakes and prize, and they had to do a lot of heavy lifting with the gameplay. Now this one here, Jumping Jack Cash, is not actually one that I remember, but having played it in the emulator, like I say, it's stupidly good fun. So we're going to have a look at that one as well. Then I'll get on to the other little thing that I want to take a look at, because that was an interesting tidbit that came up over at Desert Island Fruits. Don't want to bang on for too long for this one, so let's get straight into the gameplay. Now, Jumping Jack Cash here. There we are. We'll put, remember, 2p ago, so that was a 20p piece that I put in. And you are honestly hard pushed to go 20p on this without something happening, without you getting some kind of a win or some kind of a feature. Something. Oh, there we go. There we are. We've got 4p straight out the gate. So we've got a proper card fan thing here going on, which runs from 1 to 10. So we can see there, we can definitely have a gamble on that. Now, once you've gambled, it's usually once you should get offered an exchange. It hasn't given us an exchange there, so we're going to have to gamble again. That should give us an exchange if we win it. There we are. Now it's given us the exchange, so we can carry on gambling all the way to the top. Gets you a 30p repeat, or we now get an exchange and it's going to dapple. Let's do it. The exchange. It's now going to dapple between these two features here. So we'll see what we're given there. Oh, now there we go. So, oh, that looked quite good there, didn't it? And then you see that you get a penny per jack. That's the same. It's going to round up to. It does gives you a bonus one there, up to the next penny. Now holds after nudges works. The one, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, now that will put us straight in because that's going to give us 2 jacks there. Can you see that puts us straight in to there? And now sometimes it can give you an exchange straight away if it wants. So should we see if we can gamble it out? So we're going to go lower there. Oh, now that is a really, really bad middle number. See there, we have got that's as middle as you can get there, isn't it? Shall we try a speculative higher? Oh, I didn't really fancy our chances of that. That was a little bit dodgy. The one thing that I can't get in normal play on this is the jackpot. But what you can do, and I will do this, is we'll open the doors and we'll cheat to get the jackpot. It's got a nice little jackpot sequence. And the way these machines often used to work, if they had a relatively big jackpot, because £2.40 relative to your stake here is actually quite a big jackpot. So, oh, that was a nasty gamble, wasn't it? So the way that these machines worked, it was kind of almost like a mini version. Oh. They didn't have much to work with, but they've done a nice job with the little, look at that. It holds after nudges does work. I thought I'd have a try. I haven't been able to get a jackpot in normal play here. But they had limited hardware to work with, and this is the older generation of MPU-4, but with the sort of bloopy bleepy before they put the synth sound in. So PCP didn't have much to work with here, but they did a very good job. So you can see there, we've put 20p in there. We've got 8p in the bank. So we've got that again. Oh, there we go. We've got another win. So yeah, as I was saying, that the jackpot was almost like a mini version of a club jackpot. It was almost, it sat outside normal play, as it were. And you would always play it. This one does it with a 30p repeater. Sometimes you would have a 50p repeater, even a 40p repeater. Something that was as a multiplication of stake was quite similar to what you would get on the sort of big boy jack, your 20p, £6, something like that. So your jackpot here at £2.40 is kind of way outside that, and that would be paid rarely. You know, the jackpots were quite rare wins on these things. A little bit like a club machine, where a club machine can give you... Shall we do an exchange there? See if we can get that stop win. We had jumping jacks. Oh no, it's giving us jumping jacks again. This is probably the worst one, to be honest. Not much to go with there, is there? Ooh. And we know that each one's only a bloody penny, don't we? Fucking hell. Oh, there, this is not looking great, this, is it? Can we get a little bit more generous with them, perhaps? Oh, whoa. I'd rather hope for a repeat there. No, can't even give me a bloody repeat. Oh no, there now, hold after nudges though does work. That will work as a hold after nudges. There we go. So yeah, the jackpot is kind of comes in almost a little, I say a little, you know, kind of the same concept as a club jackpot, is that normally it's kind of not in play almost. And you're kind of going for small... Oh, shall we... What's our exchanges here? Oh, there we've got these two here. Now, the skills and thrills one, if we can get that. Oh, no, it's giving us the win series, so there we are. Another little ditty again. So that was 4p, 10p... Oh, and no repeat. That was a little bit harsh. I have a feeling that last time I played this, I might have had a 30p repeater out of it. It's one of these that, despite its limited... Oh, there we are, that's another... Despite its limited sort of prize pool, as it were, in terms of cash amounts, I got this genuinely... This is more entertaining to play than, I don't know, £70 Jackpot Alien, which is just one of the most boring... If you're not doing the method on Alien, put the 20p in. If you're not doing the method on Alien, it's one of the most... That's not held there, has it? One of the most tiresome, dull, flat profile machines ever to play. I do very much gravitate towards these older machines. You know, your 486, 10, 15 pound jackpot, maybe 25. But I've got a real. Oh no, I've also got a real soft spot for these old 2p play machines, which is why I made the whole video about it. Ooh, that's a little bit optimistic, I think, but any chance of I'm not entirely sure if 3 holes works, to be honest, but maybe we'll find out on one of the lower playing sims. But yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of memories of playing these 2p play machines that were all over the place in Blackpool in the early 1990s. And at the time they started releasing some of the slightly more modern machines, like the Maygay. Shall we see if we can get that skills authors? You know, like the Maygay sudden impacts and that kind of thing that they got out there. Oh, there we are. I've got the skill one. Now then, the good news is that I am fantastic at skill. So you see how it works? So you've got to get them in the middle. There we go. Let's see how far we can take this. Come on. Oh, God help us. Give us a repeat, please. Oh, no, that was so bad. We'll have another go at that one. That was slightly embarrassing. I nudged the wrong bloody thing then. But yes, as much as I played these, I don't actually remember this one. This is not one that when I played it, this is not one that fired off some synapses in my brain and made me think, oh yeah, I remember that one. So it was a new one on me, but even so, I still very much enjoyed playing it. So if you're looking for like an end of year, oh, I'm going to go lower there. Oh no, oh look at that, all the way to the top. If you're looking for an end of year recommendation, or something that you might want to have a go of, you know, when you're eating a mince pie or whatever. Oh, nothing there, is there? Either of these will do you well. These are both very playable games, albeit at slightly different stake and price propositions. I'll just see if I can get that bloody skills and thrills, because that was very bad, wasn't it? See what exchange... No, that's... yeah. Stop a win, to be honest with you, is kind of what it sounds like. Shall we go for the big... Oh, it still hasn't given us an exchange anyway. Shall we see how far... Oh, no, you slag. Okay, we'll see if we can get a 30p repeater out of it, and I wouldn't mind another go at that bloody skill cash thing. There we go, straight in. Is it offering us next? No exchange out the gate. We've only got 2 gamble. Oh, now that will give us an extra. Shall we go for the big 30p? Go on, let's go for the 30p repeater. Come on. Oh! That's a bit sly, isn't it? Okay, we'll force it. What we'll do, we're going to force it for the big 30p repeater. And we'll see if we can get... So I could have had, even though I am not really getting anything more in the bank, you can see that it's only because I'm gambling in stupid ways. That's put us in. But I'm only 80... See there, I'm only 80p in. This is the thing. I mean, I'd have a go on this. If this was in a pub, like now, I'd have a go on this. Even at this stake and pro. I wonder if you could put one of these in the corner of a pub and it'd actually make a little bit of money and people would play it for old time's sake, just for a little bit of fun. I suspect they probably would, you know. Oh, there we go. It's been a bit harsh on the exchange there. It's got to give us an exchange. Oh, what do you reckon? That's a really bad gam. We're going to go lower. Come on. Oh, there you go. There's our big 30p repeat. No repeat. Okay, we'll have a skill cash out of it. I just want to have one more go at that skill cash. And then, oh, there we are. So that's going to come in. That's a holds after nudges. So we're only £1 in, and we've got 56p in the bank. That's the poorer exchanges there. Oh, sorry, it hasn't happened on an exchange on the next. Come on. Oh, looking good. And still no exchange there. Come on. Don't lose. Well, we're going to have to go for it again, aren't we? Because it hasn't opened the exchange there. Oh, you could... when it went all the way back up to the top there, you could see it was going to lose. That's a little bit sly, isn't it? We have got the mixties there. I want one more go at that skill. And then I will move on to I'm not even taking the piss when I say that this is a really playable, entertaining machine to play. As a reminder as well of something that just doesn't exist anymore. These real low stakes, and forgive me for repeating myself, when, you know, amusement with prizes actually meant something. When this concept of amusement with prizes actually had some meaning. Unfortunately, there's a repeat though. Unfortunately, it gave us the win series there, not the skill. Still, we've got half a chance here of getting our quid back, haven't we? And see there, repeat again up at the top left. So it gives you like 2 or 3 wins, but then it can repeat. There we are, we're in profit, £1.04. We're now 4p in profit, 10p up. We're 10p up at this moment in time. This isn't set to some crazy percentage by though. I think it's 86 Vectra has got this set to, which is possibly a little bit more generous than you might have found in the arcades. But we will get onto that because there is a theme here that I've got going through these 2 machines, and the other thing that we're going to look at, not just the fact that they've got very similar names, Jumping Jack Cash and Jumping Jack Flash. These 3 things, they just came together. When I was playing Jumping Jack Flash the other day, it just came together in my mind, the way that we can thread these 3 things together into a coherent topic. Can we win that? Can we have a go at the skill cache? I just want. Come on, I'd actually want to go at the skill cache here, not win series, even though win series is arguably better. Oh, it's giving me win series again. Okay, is that? Oh, there we go. All right, I'll push on. Well, no. Oh, there. I could have gone for the double bars there, but I actually want to get a chance to exchange in. But you can see here with these tiny little wins, it can give you stuff all the time. We'll go higher there. Oh, didn't work out. I mean, I don't know why I'm holding on for skill cache, because I'm doubtless just going to embarrass myself again. But you can see the ways that you get in here. There is a little bit of overflow at the top. If you fill the cards up to 10, beyond that, the 1, 2 and 3 jacks at the end, can you see there? They correspond to a point in the win plan. So you only actually need to get to that card there to be into the money. So it has held. So any number now will give me a 1 jack entry. There you go. Oh, we've got a shuffle as well. Any more numbers? No, it didn't want to give me another number there. So now you get a little dapple there for your entry point, but you can still gamble. So now we've got the gambles to do. Can I just get that skill feature? Didn't give us the exchange there. Obviously we'll go lower. Ooh, getting a little bit sketchy on the gamble. But still no exchange. That's a little bit harsh. Come on. It's not open. Go higher though. It's not opening up the exchange, is it? That's a lose. That's a lose. And I'm losing now. If I get to the end of this 20p, go for the numbers there. I'm going to be 20p down because I'm £1.40 in. We've got the mixties there, as you can see. Let's have a look where it's putting us in. Come on, just give us the skill cache. Because it is just those 4 features that it's got along the left-hand side there. They are the 4 features. Generally speaking, the top 2 are for the lower wins, and then the bottom 2 are for the higher. Oh dear, that's going to lose in it. You can tell if it does that extra sweep that it doesn't have to. It's because it's about to stiff you on the gamble. No. Oh, so that's a whole lot of nudges there for the oranges. Fine. That's quite good, because this is where we can potentially... no, that's the wrong... Any chance of the other 2? Oh, it's taking the exchange. Can do that. It can take the exchange away from, which is... Go on, exchange. There's no exchange there. Oh, go on. Oh, didn't want to cave for the 30p there, did it? Let's just carry on. It shouldn't take that long. There we are. Have a final crack. I did all right at it the other day, but as ever, when the cameras are the wrong one. When the cameras are rolling, it's oh dear, it's just stiffing me here, isn't it? There we are. Oh, that now could be that could put me straight in on the 30p plus repeat there. Oh, and it did as well. You see there, because I filled it straight up with all the jacks to the end, which is quite good in that regard. We're back in profit. No repeat. It is a little bit tight on that 30p plus repeat. What I'll do, I'll get the skill cache and I'll bring you back. Okay, we've got a shot at it here, so let's exchange over, see if we can get the skills and thrills. We have, right, there we go. There we go. This will be the... It's just not going to miss it again, I don't think. Come on, Degs. That was so embarrassing. Oh, it hasn't even given me a repeat. Okay, here we are. Final go. There we go. One last... Come on, I can't at least get past fucking 6p. There we go. Oh. There we go. Come on. All the way. All the way. Oh, that's hustling a bit now, isn't it? Oh, hey, gang on. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, come on. Oh, what? Oh, that was miles out. Absolutely miles out on the last one. That was... Oh, a repeat, though. I wonder if that's true skill if you can... That last one, that was so bad. I wonder if that is true skill if you can take it out to 30p repeat. Let's see if we can do that again. There we go. I'm only £2 in here, so chance of getting all my money back. There we go. Now it's going a bit, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I think I was a little bit late there. Still, you know what, I'll take it. One more repeat. If I can just get me £2 back, I'll be happy. So I actually need to take it out to 20p here to get me £2 back. I need to take it out to 20p. Come on. Either way, it's not going to be big losses, is it? There we go. So I need to get this one for a profit. I need to hit this one. There we go. We're in profit. What? Come on, one more. Oh, I don't know why I'm struggling on that last one there, but there you go. And that is 4p profit. Oh, there you go. Look at that. 4p, £2.4 in the bank. Now, what we'll do here, because I haven't seen a jackpot on the reels yet, so just so you can see the jackpot sequence, what we'll do is we'll open up the doors and we'll cheat and we'll do it that way. It should just put a jackpot on the reel. So what you do, if you just press test there we are. I've just got to know that the magic code of buttons there, because we've got a jackpot on the reels, and I think you press that. There we go, and there we go. And now this is the only way I've been able to see the jackpot sequence on this, because I can't get it in normal play. It probably comes around fairly rarely, but here is, or it does come around rather rarely, because I've played this quite a lot and haven't seen it. But here you go. Here's the jackpot sequence, the cheaty way. There you go, it's not massively dramatic, but remember, for a 2p playing machine relative to your stake, a £2.40 jackpot is actually pretty big. Of course, it's 120 times your stake, so I think the way that they did this was pretty smart, in that you've got a win plan there. A really, sensible wins relative to your stake, and then they stick the big jackpot up at the top. I spent longer on that than I was intending, so let's get straight on to Jumping Jack Flash. Now we're into the Scorpion 4 era with this one. I believe this came in the Smiley Capita, and it has got the fantastic stereo sound on it as well, which unfortunately, as covered in an earlier video, is the wrong way round in the emulator. There we are. That's a... Wow, a go all the way straight out of the gate. Now, one thing to know here about the go all the way is that you can't gamble it out. If you try and do the high-low gamble, it can and will kill you. What you've got to do is take it to the end. There we are. They could do these quite regularly. In the £10 jackpot days, invincible boards were a fairly common thing. We've got our nice flashing logo there. So that's obviously not going to kill us, and we can just go all the way to the nice £10 repeater at the end. And we may as well do that. That'll be another boost, and we're in. And now we've got the cheaty, bloody repeat chance where, yeah. I think that was laid on, obviously. Diddles you something wrong. So yeah, that was a little bit fortunate to get. You can bank your nudges if you want to as well. Sometimes it'll save your nudges over for you. Oh, Mr BFM has given us a slow-mo there, so we may as well take... I think skill stop is actually your best bet, to be honest. Oh, another one. No, nice entry there again. Oh, that's a sketchy number. Oh, well, a little bit harsh there. Usually need an exchange, gamble or two to get into the exchange. The reason I put this on, first of all, because I like the way the names match, Jumping Jack Cash and Jumping Jack Flash. Also, because it's just a great machine from that era when we were still in kind of the sweet spot for jackpot size. We were at 25p play by this point. On the £10 jackpot, the price per play went up to 25p. It would go up again to 30p. With the £15 jackpot, but for here on 25p a go, £10 jackpot. It's a nice, sensible jackpot, not too big, sensible. Oh! Actually, God, I didn't actually. I've got to be honest, I didn't quite plan this, but we appear to have perhaps caught the natural streak. Perhaps I have played it a bit since Vectra uploaded it a couple of weeks ago, so. Let's just see if we can get... We'll have another jackpot for sure. Thank you. I don't know why didn't it give you a repeat? I don't know. Would you rather get a repeat or what? Would you rather get another go all the way? Oh, it doesn't matter. It diddles you. We have got a win up there. Go on then. No, there's no... We have got an exchange. We'll exchange him, but it's not a go all the way. Now you can press your Mr BFM here. See there? And he'll change the feature for you. Always worth keeping an eye on the BFM button there. If it flashes, then... Oh, no, it's not. So I think it's just jackpot plus repeat, isn't it? The profile on these, it's not like it became very, very formalised. Certainly with the May gaze, whereby you would get the occasional jackpot out of streak, as it were. That was the machines from the other manufacturers weren't as rigid as that. They could throw in maybe a jackpot plus repeat from time to time without actually being on the streak. Certainly BFMs at the time could do that. So yeah, it may well be that this just had 20 quid in it, and that was how it did it. Oh, we'll go. So yeah, if it was a streak, we'd know about it. We'll just try and get one more normal feature, and similar to its little brother there with the 2p play, you just don't have to wait so long for something to happen when you're playing on these smaller jackpots. The feature doesn't have to be guarded as well, that the jackpot features, the chances to actually win something. We're going to have to gamble again. Oh, there we are, exchanging. One that is quite good fun if we can get it is Big Banger, which is round here. Oh, fizzle out. That doesn't have to kill you. The fizzle out, sometimes it just goes back a little bit. It's not like an outright death, but unfortunately that was what it did there. Whereas you see there, Big Banger, I'm just wiggling the mouse around. That's quite a fun one. It dapples around the whole machine. And it doesn't cheat you. It's kind of like I don't know, possibly it's like... It's skill in the way it doesn't cheat you. I haven't seen it jump, and it does go through the jackpot. Oh! It's splitting these out a bit, isn't it, for some reason? We can actually gamble there because we're on no losing... I will take you. If we can get Big Banger Even though we're on an invincible board, if it drops on Big Banger there, I will actually collect it. No, it's gone past. It's gone past Big Banger, so we have got another jackpot. Just keeps giving you a boost when you're on the invincible board. It's not it's not the harshest mystery in the world, but it can get a little bit kill happy. Well, we caught this at an opportune moment, didn't it? Doesn't matter. I suppose what I could do is what we could do is, not that it's really worth it. Oh, right, okay. Is stick it in the little virtual machine, you know, that I use for the cheating betcoms, and see if it does diddly. I mean, I'm sure it pretty well does. Right, we'll exchange, and again, it's oh, okay, that's not much to say about that one, really, is there? Doesn't particularly help us. It's not like it goes to the end of the trail or anything. Oh, that's knocked some off. Oh no, big banger for a 2. No. Right, now we are getting to Death Alley now here, because we're not on Invincible, remember? Oh, there we are. Now this is the big banger there, with the Super Sparkler. You press the Mr BFM. Now, this is exactly the one I was talking about. See what I mean? And I think, I have not seen this jump, but admit it. See, it does go, there you go. See, it does go through the jackpot in the middle. Oh no, what did I hit? Oh my God. How did I manage to hit that on bloody chat? You can hit it at the top there. You can hit it into the jumping, or anything on the board, or the cash draw, wherever you hit. But I don't know, it's one of them where it's perhaps a little bit too fast to do properly. Let's just see if we can get one more win. So this is a great old machine. Really nice to see this one get a DX, and it just goes to show, you know, here we are, you know, 22 years down the line with fruit. I'll clip that out because you get the idea. It's a great machine, and just goes to show, yeah, here at the back end of 2023, there are still machines that haven't been emulated before. We're still finding artwork is being turned up, or ROMs are being turned up. ROM sets that we haven't had before. Once in a while, we do get a machine that's never been emulated before. Not as quick and fast as used to be the case, but it does still happen, and it does mean that Fruit Machine emulation can still throw up surprises and treats for you from time to time. If you want to have a look at what's been released, I mean, your best bet probably is just to go to the releases forum at. You see there, I mean. We can go back here. I mean, but these are all for 2023. There's so much stuff being released this year. Loads and loads and loads of treats. I'm not even remotely trying to cover them all, or even any kind of decent percentage of them here. Just picking out 2 that I've enjoyed in the last couple of weeks for Jumping Jack Flash, and I think last 3 months. I think it was September. Vector released Jumping Jack Cash. You can see it just in the last day or two. We've had Z Froggers come out with what looks like a Christmas triple. So we've got a DX of Madness there, Maygaze Madness on £25 jackpot. We've got, this is one of them that's, now that was an old JP Emu DX. That was an early DX for JP Emu, that one. That's been knocking around for a long, long time, but I think that's the first layout we've had. Oh, we only had a classic. Now, I think there was a DX for that, or a clone, many, many years ago for JP Emu. But yeah, we've got that one there. And what else has he given us? Oh, Club Vegas. There we are. I think there's been a Pook DX for that in years gone by. But maybe that's I don't know if that's only just been re-released for the new version of MFME. And we've got another 2p there. 2p Crown Jester has just been released. And this is just in, by the way, this is just in the last few days. I mean, I'm only up to here, which is Jumping Jack Cash. But since then, you can see we've had another few layouts released there. So always stuff going on in that regard. And what leads us on to here, whilst we're over at Desert Island Fruits, on to the final thing here, which is this thread that's been running for over 2 years now, called Coinslot, started by Nails, who's keeping this thread updated with the latest editions of Coinslot. Now, Coinslot, if you're not aware, and I've got it open here, is the industry mouthpiece. It's the advocate for the industry. It's been around for decades, and we're going back to like the 1960s, 1970s. The thing itself, the up-to-date one, is every bit as depressing as you would imagine, partly because there's nothing of it, certainly not to me anyway, very little of interest. I mean, you've got fucking egg machines, you've got the new Blueprint cab, you've got, what have you got, a titchy little jukebox there. I mean, okay, they've got a piece about Arcade Club there, which is something, that's the thing in Bury, there you go, that's the thing that I was wanted to go to when I was over in Bury when my dad was in hospital, but it wasn't open on the day that I was there, so I didn't get to go. So there's the occasional thing like that, but mostly it's just dreary shit for crap modern machines. But one thing they've started doing is putting in a sort of throwback to an issue from years gone by. And one of the ones that they did, look at, it's all just nonsense. It really is just, like I say, I can't put it any other way than industry mouthpiece. But here is the thing this is by far and away the most interesting thing for me in all of these issues, is the old one. And you see here, we've got this one, Coinslot, from the 27th of November, 1992. And this was when the £3 and £6 jackpot upgrades had been locked in. And now remember, we have covered this in the AWP, the jackpot dates video, where Jason did all that incredible work finding all the legislation and that kind of thing. Well, so we already knew there was no sort of ambiguity around that, because we had the actual legislation, so we knew that the dates were correct. But this is interesting because it gives us the perspective from the industry side on the sort of eve of that new jackpot coming in, because we're here at the end of November. And remember, the first £6 jackpot machines were allowed from the 1st of January, 1993. That was when you could cite a £6 jackpot machine. The upgrade kits had gone out, and your operators could upgrade machines on site to £6 jackpot, and the new machines were able to go out with the £6 jackpot. What struck out to me here, though, is how some things kind of like never seem to change. So even here, back at the end of 1992, we've got it. See here, the section here down at the bottom left. We hope that the prize levels will give the AWP sector the kickstart it badly needs. And we've got here, see there at the top here, that we're talking about the disastrous impact of the £2.40 and £4.80 upgrade. That apparently had on the industry. You remember that it would have been assumed that the £4.80 jackpot would actually be £5, and there is that flyer that's out there for Barcrest Blackjack where they already had done the artwork for £5. The thinking was, or the story goes, that Bacta were a bit pissed off that the industry had just assumed that they were going to get a £5 as the jackpot, to the extent that they even started sending out promotional material and all that kind of thing. The £5 jackpot's coming, and to give the industry a kick in the bollocks, they said, oh, well, actually, it's £4.80 tokens and £2.40 cash, so fuck you. Is that true? I don't know. That's the story that has been told over the years, that was a deliberate response. If you ever wonder, well, £4.80 is a really weird amount to have for a jackpot, the story goes that was why. But apparently, the AWP industry was not in rude health even at the back end of 92, or certainly compared to what it has been, because we've got here. See, again, down at the bottom left-hand corner here, however, we are unlikely to see a return to the level of machine takes enjoyed in the late 80s. Our major concern is that the government will misinterpret our application of the new prize levels as a sign that we will, and thereby justify an increase in gaming machine licence duty. Such a move would more than wipe out any benefit gained from the new prize levels. So, and if we go to here, they were wanting more. They see here, on the one hand, it is disappointing that we did not get £4, £8, but it's heartening that we have got £3 and £6. But the thing that I found, and let me just zoom in a little bit more here, is that from the sort of the machine manufacturer side, not the operator side, they were talking specifically about percentages and low percentages being a problem. So we have here the fact that we will be able to put a £6 prize level on machines has got to be a plus point, although we are not going to see a dramatic improvement in takings overnight. I believe the new prizes should be linked to an increase in percentage payout, which should help bring back players. And again, we've got the Project, of course. Project at the time were riding high on the likes of 7-7 Heaven and all of their low techs. You know, they had sort of got a lot of machines in pubs even, but arcades were kind of, you know, Project were a major force in arcades at this time. And their sales and marketing director saying here, by breaking two psychological barriers that are £5 and £6, the triennial has provided us with an opportunity, a reasonable platform from which to launch a concerted effort to revitalise the player through promoting the new prize levels. This is the interesting bit. I hope the industry will become less aggressive with percentage payouts and provide the player with greater time on machines and consequently better value for money entertainment. So they're flagging it out here, or calling it out here, right at the back of November 92, that there's an issue here with, particularly, of course, as the jackpots are getting bigger, that payouts, you've got Scroogey operators clamping down payouts, which is going to alienate players. And if you ever look at, and I have shown these on flyers in previous videos, where if you do have a manufacturer giving a recommendation for the setting for their machine on high techs, it's almost always the mid-80s. Like, we recommend that you set this machine to 84, 86%, something like that. On low techs, I think there's a PCP with their low techs when they were doing their sort of £4, £86 low techs. They were suggesting 90% as a good payout for those, of course. But what we often got in pubs and arcades was 74, 76, maybe 78, which will give you quite often a terrible game on a compensated machine. And what is interesting to me is that as far back as the back end of 92, as the jackpots are going up, you've got from within the industry, people are saying what we actually need to have a look at here as well is percentage payouts, and that they were talking in terms of a decline in the AWP market, which is a surprise to me, because I would have said that this was absolutely the heyday of the AWP. But apparently, compared to how it had been in the late 80s, things were already on a little bit of a downward trajectory. Interestingly as well there, we've got Deluxe Monopoly, which had just been launched. So that was going to feature the new £3 and £6 jackpots, which came into effect on January 1st, 93. I am sure that Deluxe Monopoly started life on a £4.80 jackpot. I think it was out there on a £4.80 jackpot, but it very quickly got an upgrade to £6. And if you have a look through here, I mean, your best bet really would be these are all linked over at Desert Island Fruits. That would be the best place probably to go and have a look. And you can take a browse through for yourself, because like I say, these are infinitely more interesting to me than the new ones. And we can have a look at things like, have a look. Oh dear, new releases. Oh, Michael Jackson, that didn't work out well, did it? Oh my God. Rod Stewart, when he was still a thing. We've got Inland Arcades now. Here's your AWP Monopoly riding high in inland and seaside arcades. You can see Pay Rise from Ace there. Very popular Hidden Treasures machine. Can have a look down the list there, of course. We're still in, at this point in time, we're still on the £4.80 jackpot. A lot of these would, or all of these, I think, would of course have got the upgrade to £6. But we can also see there was some decent stuff around. We've got Prodigy, REM. What else have we got? But yeah, I mean, Whitney Houston, oh God, do you remember that? I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. On in the pubs all the time on the bloody juke. Well, yeah, it's saying there. It is saying that they are jukebox charts. Yeah, there was a lot of crap that people put on. I remember when Right Said Fred, do you remember that I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred? We were in the pub in Raglan, the Lord Raglan, and there was like a hen night in there, hen party, and they put I'm Too Sexy. I'm not even kidding. They put like £5 in the jukebox and just put I'm Too Sexy on like 30 times or something. It properly did our head in, that did. But you can have a look around there. So arcade games, all that sort of thing. So lots of interesting stuff in these old coin slots, which frankly are far more interesting than the new coin slot. What that really stood out to a couple of us over at Desert Island Fruits was this reaction here to the £3 and £6 jackpots and that conversation around percentage payout being a problem. So this was really supposed to, I had in my head this was going to be like a 15-20 minute video, and I prattled on for 45 minutes. Right, okay, I will shut up there. In terms of Fruit Machine emulation releases, I know really I've only mostly just been doing re-uploads of old videos on the new channel, but there is still very much a thriving Fruit Machine emulation scene at Desert Island Fruits and the other Fruit Machine emulation forums. They are out there. So do avail yourselves of, keep up to date there with what's going on. You saw there in Elise's thread over at Desert Island Fruits, that releases forum. There's been loads of stuff released in 2023. These are just two that I have had some fun with recently that I thought I'd give a little shout out to. Plenty of entertainment, plenty of fun. I might actually go back to that jumping jack cash and see if I can take that bloody skill cash out to the 30p repeater. Jumping jack flash, great fun as well. Lots of BFM were really in the £10 era. BFM were doing some great stuff. I always felt their profile went off a little bit in the £15 jackpot era, but they did a lot of great stuff in the £10 era. And also when they had that, they really pushed the boat out with that true, genuine stereo sound as well. Albeit, unfortunately, it's flipped the wrong way in the emulator. So I'll wrap this one up. I want to try and get this sort of edited and uploaded and rendered out today. Maybe get it online in time for Christmas. So with that coming up to Christmas 2023, hope you and yours and your family have a good one there. I know it's not always the easiest of times for people for various reasons. Christmas and New Year, it can be difficult. I know that my brother and his family are having a bit of a harsh one this year because it's the first year for them that my dad will not have been around at Christmas. So that's put a little bit of a damper on things. And obviously that's forefront of my mind when I'm looking back at, what happened in 2023. Oh yeah, my dad died. That's a bit shit, isn't it? So I'm kind of thinking about getting this year, to be honest with you, slightly in the rear view mirror. So whatever you do or don't have going on at Christmas and New Year, this year, I hope you have a decent time. Hope you can get some rest and relaxation and go into 2024 in a good place. And with that said, I'll be, hopefully making some more videos next year. Do some stuff about Fruit Machine emulation. I don't know, I might even get the camera out for a bit of online slots at some point, because I have been having the odd little online slot session now and then, which I've been mainly documenting over at Casino Meister, but I could bandicam one of them, I suppose. We'll see how it goes into 2024. But for now, let's focus on getting 2023 out of the way. So with that said, hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch up with you next time. But for now, it is goodbye.